So, public opinion on the peace conflict or the peace initiative.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think America's opinion of?
Okay, right now we see a few different trends in terms of public opinion. Our recent poll, the Elon University poll, recently asked questions on people's public opinion towards the war in Iraq. We see an overwhelming majority of people are now opposed to our occupation in Iraq and kind of the ongoing conflict. One of Barack Obama's platforms, when elected, during the campaign and when elected president, is there's really a strict timeline on withdrawal to Iraq, and this is something that overwhelmingly the majority of Americans are now supporting.
Okay.
Okay.
So do you think he will follow through with his initiative plan?
It's one of those things that becomes a really difficult in a sticky situation. You can pay a lot of lip service to it. It does sound like a good idea to withdraw. Withdrawal date sounds great, but when the actual mechanics of it becomes difficult, at this point in time with the current situation, yes, he might be able to follow through with it. However, we don't know in the future what is going to happen in that region. There could be some aggression from Iran. There could be within the warring factions within Iraq, things could worsen. Things could get a situation where we actually cannot pull our troops out. If we currently stay the course we're at right now, then yes, he might be able to keep up with that timetable withdrawal. If things worsen or another political situation happens there, then he's going to have to reevaluate his plan. And this is consistent with anybody who's been elected president in this situation.
If you could whisper in Obama's ear, what initiatives would you tell him to take?
In this, I would say take a page out of Jimmy Carter's playbook, that we look at the one kind of lasting peace in the Middle East from the Camp David Accords between Israel and Egypt. And obviously the Bush doctrine has not been very successful in bringing democracy to the region, but you see a more diplomatic approach by Jimmy Carter. And we have one of the very few instances of lasting peace. And if I was to advise Barack Obama, I would say ask that sweet peanut farmer what he did, and go from there. Okay.
Just real quick, what other presidents? How far back has it been presidents have had a peace initiatives like that?
Oh, clearly back. Even for every world war, there's been some sort of peace initiative, right? And at the end of every major conflict, we have this time where we want to, support peace, and you see this through Truman, you see this through, World War II, the Korean War, the Vietnam era, everything. But unfortunately, the world has its own kind of way of not being a peaceful place to live in. The problem is this issue in the Middle East is just an ongoing problem, and we have on one end you have somebody like Jimmy Carter who thinks that diplomacy is really kind of the way, and more that Israel has to work with the Palestinians to actually achieve peace. And then you have, on the opposite end of the spectrum, George W. Bush with the idea as, forcing democracy on people that, if you implant the seed of democracy will grow and then will spread across the region because people love democracy. The unfortunate thing is, just like anything else, culture is very difficult. It's very difficult to control. And through the years, we've had presidents try to, and we all want to see peace. Although President Bush never wanted to be a war president. He wanted to be a peace president. Nobody wants to go over and destroy things. However, political cultures across the country is different. They make it a problem, make it difficult, and that's the unfortunate way the world works. And we'll see that if Obama's stands, it's only time will tell. He's only been in office a short time, and with the big issue is with our current economic downturn, it takes a focus off of international conflict and a focus back to our own domestic issues. Okay?
Okay.
Thanks, girls.
Thank you so much.